Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So, Russia should be destroyed. And I'm quoting the former president of the United States of America. So Mr. Joe Biden told Lula da Silva, the current president of Brazil, Russia should be destroyed. So that's the first topic of this video. The second one, Russia may attack NATO in the next 4 years. German defense chief warns. Now keep in mind the first statement coming from Joe Biden, second one from the German defense chief, who is an unelected official, and the third one comes from Great Britain. United Kingdom must prepare for direct conflict with Russia, Defense Secretary. These are the three topics that are actually connected, and then I will use another one as an extra, something I've been telling you for some time. F-16s and the Mirage fighter jets are not that good, are kind of like sucking, and that's an admission coming from the Ukrainians, who use supposedly both of them. And they will name this Ukrainian guy Yuri Ignat, who is the colonel. He tells us what Russian jet is better than both of these garbages. Alright, let's start with the first topic. Russia Today, 3rd of June 2025. Biden said Russia should be destroyed, end quote. Brazil's Lula, the president. Now look at this picture. Do you think this guy is there? Do you know what this guy, do you think that this guy, look at his eyes, mouth. Do you think that he knows what's going on? I think this is adult abuse, but I think it's a crime because people around him must have known that he's not all there. So I think that's a crime because this is not just a guy, a dog catcher somewhere in a village in Montana. This guy is the elected president of the United States of America. All right, Moscow considers the Ukraine conflict a Western proxy war, a notion recently acknowledged by top U.S. officials. Former U.S. President Joe Biden wanted to see Russia, quote-unquote, destroyed during his time in office. So I guess that's a failure. He's all a failure. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva said in an interview with Le Monde, the Brazilian leader, who has consistently pushed for a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, objected to attempts to single out Moscow as a sole culprit behind the conflict, telling the French newspaper on Tuesday that, and I'm quoting, Western countries also bear part of the responsibility. And I'm quoting again Mr. Lula da Silva. Joe Biden, with whom I spoke at length, I don't know how you spoke, through Russia, thought Russia needs to be destroyed. Lula said without elaborating when the conversation took place. And I'm quoting, and Europe, which for a long time embodied a middle way in the world, has now aligned itself with Washington and is spending billions on rearmament. That worries me. If all we talk about is war, there will never be peace. And this is what Mr. Kellogg said during an interview. This guy right here, Russia's US's envoy to Ukraine. Frankly, it's a proxy war between nuclear powers. The United States helping Ukraine and Russia. Rubio said that much. I'm sorry, this is this guy. And then this guy said right here that, where is it? Where did you say it? He said it right here that Keith Kellogg acknowledged last week that President Vladimir Putin was in a way right about the proxy war between nuclear powers. Well, who initiated? Well, Russia, obviously. So let's go to the second topic. I mean, did you think that Biden's statement, or at least according to Brazil's President Lula da Silva, is something new to you? Are you surprised? Do you think, well, okay, we all knew that? Is it this frank acknowledgement? I don't know, if you take it, I mean, if you think that Lula da Silva tells the truth, he's a communist, so I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, even communists tell the truth sometimes, like all of us, on certain issues. So what do we have here? What if, let's say, Putin would say somewhere to another counterpart, another president, would say, you know what, United States of America should be destroyed. I mean, have you heard him say that ever? Just a comparison. So let's go to the other guys who are ready for war. I mean, remember, this right here, who are these guys in charge? Who are these guys in charge? Now, I'm not talking about Biden. Biden was not in charge. Who are these guys in charge who think that they should promote this? And they decide who should live and who should die. What country should survive and which should not. And then we got these baboons. Russia may attack NATO in the 4 years. Next 4 years, I heard this. And I don't know, the aliens will come from Mars in the next, I don't know, how much longer do I think I live? Let's say 20 years. So in the next 21 years. So I'm dead, so you cannot call me out. Hey, Emil, this was a lie. You know, Al Gore was an imbecile. When he made that imbecilic documentary, An Inconvenient Truth, remember? Was that the one? When he was talking about the sea level rising in the next 10 years. He must have thought, no, do like others, like other weasels. Make it as long as after you die, like in the next 50 years. I'm dead. Fuck you. I earn my money now, my ladies of the night. I'm a famous guy. I die and I lie. That's the way it is. But hey, he's still alive, so you can go and chick on his face. Give him some pearls. Pearl necklace, or if you want, give him a golden shower. Which one comes first? Which one you feel first? Anyway, all right, this is the guy. German defense chiefs warns. Why? This guy is put over there just a baboon to scare people and tell us that the Russians will attack, not this guy right here. Where is Biden? But anyway, maybe he says, Biden says, Russia should be destroyed because maybe Russia intends to do these bad things. Therefore, it should be. But hey, I think United States of America has a bigger record of attacking other nations together with the allies. Okay, so that's justified. Next, UK must prepare for direct conflict with Russia. Initiated by Russia, right? And we're gonna be the victims, right? Yeah, okay, all right. Do you remember the Second World War? I hope you know about the Pearl Harbor, correct? Correct. Well, it was 7th of December, 1941, wasn't it? Something like that. So let's think about it. Remember when that occurred? We were attacked, and that day we live in infamy. We were attacked, yes. Do you know what happened before that? Do you know what the Americans did to the Japanese? Oh, no. I guarantee you don't know. Because why? The same as much as you know about Khrushchev and JFK. Khrushchev blinked and he took his weapons. Nuclear weapons, nuclear warheads, nuclear weapons from Cuba. We won again. Well, that was half. The other half you're not told in America, unless you listen to this baboon here. Okay, so let's go back to our ship. So we have here these guys with what? With Pearl Harbor. Do you know what the Americans told the Japanese? The Japanese was industrializing. They said, no, you can't buy your... Japan is a poor country as natural resources. So it needs natural resources from outside. So the Americans told them, no, you can't go into Indochina. You can't go over there. You can't buy over there. You can't buy your raw materials over there because that's our backyard. So it's like I tell you, no, you know what? You can't buy your, whatever, let's say you live in Detroit, Michigan, God forbid. But let's say I tell you, hey, you know what? You can't buy any groceries for your family or for yourself in Detroit. Not even, let's say, in Ann Arbor. No Lansing, no Grand Rapids. You can buy them only in California. What would you do? You would say, Emil? I would say, yes. Look over there. And I would be like, whoa. And you hope that that's going to knock the fuck out of me. That's exactly what the Japanese did. Now, look into history and you find out. Now, we were attacked. We were the victims. But I was strangling you, so you were starving. So what would you do? So read about that one. So the same here. They prepare because the Russians will attack. London what? Go and see the ethnic composition of London and find out who owns London. Mr. Shik Shak Shak Shuk Shak Shak Shak. You're fucked. Guarantee. Even if Nigel Farage does something now, like with a magic wand like that, let be back, it's not gonna happen. They will outbreed you, and you will become. I feel sorry for you guys, really. And these guys are next. Man, in Europe, it's only in Europe. Surprisingly, London will invest $8 billion in long-range missile production. Good. John Haley. All right, there you go. He's going to do that. Excellent. And that gets me to they're going to buy long-range missile production. Good. So let me tell you this. Let's say you have a Colt Python 357, okay? And your range of really hitting someone is about, I give you no more than 50 yards, 50 meters. In 50 meters, your bullet and doesn't even, you have to shoot like this in order to fall down on you, okay? I'm just exaggerating. I'm just saying about the range. And let's say your enemy has, I don't know, a Druganov, whatever it's called, the Russian sniper rifle. It can hit, I don't know, like 2 kilometers long. And you go to war, I want to fight you. Who do you think will win? So yeah, these guys can prepare with their long-range missile production, okay? And they can have all the air defense systems they want, but they can't protect themselves from the Oreshnik. So they can buy the whatever they want, Oreshnik is going to fuck you up. And not only that, there are the Kinzhals. Those are hypersonic missiles. What do you have? Storm Shadow, Stormy Daniels? Please. Anyway, I'm not saying they should not do that, because they have their profiteers over there. They have the military-industrial complex as well. They have to scare the population so they get the profit from the baboons. So baboons go and work for us. All right? The same. We are hamsters. We are mice on that spinning wheel. And they let us have a Sunday and Saturday, a weekend, just to recuperate so we can go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to work for them. That's what it is. And then they let us, even the weather is bad during those days. Why? So we don't do anything for ourselves, like have a picnic, go somewhere, so we don't get tired. So Monday we could be fresh for a new round. Check it out, man. It's like it's made during the week. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Beautiful days. When weekend comes, it's a fuck up day. All you need to want to go and take baths, sleep, and maybe, but I don't know. Anyway, too much about that today. Do you think so? I don't care. Let's move. Let's move to these guys who are buying good airplanes and receiving airplanes from the West. I told you so many times about the F-16s that my mouth is dry of foaming. Russia Today, 3rd of June. Ukrainian Air Force admits modern Russian jets trump Donald Trump F-16s. No wonder, man. No wonder. Maybe Wonder Woman. Moscow's newest fighter planes outrange their US-made counterparts in both radar and strike capability. Colonel Yuri Ignat has said. So yeah, you can buy this if you want. You can do this if you want. You can do whatever you want. These guys are going to shoot further than you. The Druganov is going to be further than your Colt Python. Okay, 357. Or if you want, I don't know, if you want a Walter 40 caliber, it's going to be even less. Why? Anyway, Ukraine's Western supplied F-16 jets are outmatched by Russia's newer aircraft and missile systems. The head of the communication department of the Ukrainian Air Force, Yuri Ignat, has said. Now, he says this because he wants something better than that, newer. That's the whole point. He's not saying this because he wants to have the F-16 stocks go down, Lockheed Martin. No, he doesn't do that. He does that because he wants these guys to say, you see, they gave us garbage. I told you they gave you garbage. I told you they gave you the Abrams tanks, M1 Abrams tank. The drones take them out. They keep them outside in the western side of Ukraine. They're over there, they're waiting. Is the war over yet? Send the Abrams? No, nobody sends the Abrams. Anybody? The Leopard 2? No, don't send the Leopard 2. The Challenger 2? Don't send any fucking shit, man. These guys, they're gonna kill us with those little drones. Did you see the footage? Go and check it out. The little drones take a shit on the, I don't know, $2 million, or not 2 million, more than that, tanks. It's unbelievable. So the same with these guys. They send the F-16 if the Ukrainian pilots are piloting them, which I have great doubts. Okay, great doubts. The Ukrainians took out like 2 Patriots in the past week and about 4 HIMARS. What's going on? What's up with that one? With what? With Iskander missiles. All right, so let's read. And I'm quoting. We are getting Western equipment. No shit. We are getting aircraft. Today we have F-16s. We already have Mirage. That's a Mirage. That's what it's a Mirage you got. He said in an interview with an outlet Ukrainian Pravda published on Tuesday. And I'm quoting. They have already been in use. We understand that they are not the newest. Ignat stressed the importance of the detection range of the jet's radar and the strike range of its weapons. And I'm quoting Ignat. Unfortunately, Russia has plans today that see further and missiles that shoot further, even compared now with the F-16, he said. So Ukraine's current modifications of the F-16 that Ukraine has cannot compete one-on-one in an air battle with the newer Russian Su-35 multi-role fighter, Ignat said. So we have this guy, beautiful plane, but it's old and his skin is cold. It's old, my friends, done. Isn't it today the 3rd of June? Didn't Jim Morrison die today in Paris? I think it was 3rd of June or July. I think it was June. Anyway, here is the F-16. Nice plane, but it's gone. And then you have the Sukhoi. This is the guy is talking with twin engine and so on. This is the Sukhoi 35. That's what I like. All right, I like this one too, but engine with big mouth over there with landing. I don't like that. This is a CC plane. CC like, ooh, what's the temperature outside? The wind blows a little bit. Oh my God. Oh no, don't send the F-16s until the weather is proper to go to war. And if it's not, we don't go to war. They might, but we don't. We keep them down. Keep them down. You can't go with them. This is garbage. Anyway, and the other one is obviously the Russian Kalashnikov. All right, so what else this baboon has to say? The total number of F-16s given to Kiev has not been released, but it is believed that Ukraine was given 18 last year. 3 of the jets have been destroyed, Ignat has confirmed. All right, my friends, so what do you think? These guys are at it, and that's why I said many times before, my friends, I'm very much inclined to think very much that this war in Ukraine will not be determined due to peace talks or negotiations. It's not going to be people deciding over there. There's going to be an armistice, not armistice, a peace imposed by the winner, whichever might be. But it's not going to be like, okay, man, stop everybody now, breathe in. No, it's not going to be like that. One of these guys must crack and say, with their yellow and underwear. You know why yellow, right? All right, or brown, whichever comes first. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.